Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Hope you're enjoying your books. Um, Today I'm going to be reviewing Shelterwood by Lisa Wingate. You might remember that I reviewed it not that long ago, maybe about 6 months ago, I think. Um, this was a reread for me, and this was a book club read. So I'll read the back. I will go, and then I will give you my rating and review. 1990, law enforcement ranger Valerie Warden Odell arrives at Horse Thief Trail National Park, seeking a quiet place to raise her son. But no sooner has Valerie reported for duty than a teenage hiker goes missing, and the long-hidden burial site of 3 children is discovered in a cave. Val's quest to uncover the truth wins an ally among the Choctaw Nation tribal police, but soon collides with the deadly legacy of the land itself. 1909, 11-year-old Olive Radley knows that her stepfather is a threat to the 2 Choctaw girls boarded in their home. When the older girl disappears, Ollie flees, taking 6-year-old Nessa with her. Together they begin a perilous journey to the remote, winding Stair Mountains, the territory of outlaws, hidden treasure hunters, and desperate men. Along the way, they form an unlikely band with other children struggling to get by on their own. In this gripping novel, Lisa Wingate traces the story of children abandoned by the law and the battle to see justice done. Amid times of deep conflict over who owns the land and its riches, Ollie and Val each leave one life in search of another. I gave this book a 4 this time. I'm slowly understanding this book better. Like I did, I think I said in my last review video of this book. Yeah, I'm slowly understanding it better. It's not an easy book to read. I think this book, you need to read it multiple times in order to understand it better. So, that being said, I thought it was a pretty good book. I didn't exactly like it. I think partly because right now I'm dealing with some stuff with my eyes. It's fine. It'll be fixed. But I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would, and I understood the story better. Still felt it's a little too long. And I think it's probably due to the print. Print's kind of small. So it took me a little longer than I thought. But in all, it was a pretty good book. I mean, I actually liked the dual timeline this time, and I liked the story itself. I think it's very interesting. And there was stuff in the author's notes that when I read after the book, I immediately thought of Killers of the Flower Moon, which takes place in the same state, by the way. Different era, but it covers some of the same issues in regards to Indigenous people. Like she mentions a lot about, like in her author's note, she mentioned the guardianship thing, and it kind of reminded me of the Killers of the Flower Moon, which takes place on the prairie, but this one takes place in the mountains. It takes place in the believe in the eastern part of the state. And I like that fact that she highlights something that's very important, and and I think that was interesting. It was interesting. I wish I kind of had, there is some more information at the back of the book. It's a book guide, which gets you into the time and place of the era, and just some of the images of the place. and she gives it, she shows a map of the territory of Oklahoma, Indian territory of Oklahoma, which looks nothing like what we know of the state of Oklahoma and its boundaries. But it's interesting. I wonder if in her bibliography she read Killers of the Flower Moon. She mentions True Grit. Sadly, when they're referring to the movie, they're referring to the first movie, not. And I had to I think in the first one, I had to kind of wrap my. Oh, I had even this time, I had forgotten there was the second movie. And that one was done not that long ago. I wish she had. I wonder if she did. No, she didn't. Her primary resources and further reading. But my guess is that I like that fact that she does give a extended bibliography of probably resources she referred to for this book, which I kind of commend her for writing. This is her latest book, and I think this is her third book, her third novel, because before that she wrote, her debut was Before We Were Yours, Before and After, which I believe has to do with the whole Georgetown thing. And then there's The Book of Lost Friends, which is her next novel, and this is her third. This is not her. So she has not written that much. She still has a fairly short backlist. And it's very easily read relatively quickly. I haven't read The Book of Lost Friends, but I think I might try to read that soon. I don't know. I've got a lot on my plate in regards to reading. And in any case, I enjoyed this rereading of it. It's a very good book. I think it does need multiple readings, and you need to really pay attention to things. And I think next time I do this book, I will do a tandem read between the audio and a paper copy or an e-copy. I don't know how to do it. I'll figure it out some way. So yeah, that was Shelterwood by Lisa Wingate. I look forward to talking to you soon, and bye for now.